Hey up YouTube, outside of the chicken stay, I'll show you why in a minute. A fair bit on the plot today. It's time to start harvesting some things. It's a little bit earlier than I would have liked, sorry. But today we're going to be pulling the garlic, the elephant garlic, some broad beans. I've got a trick to show you, which I learned from Thomas at London Worms and Gardens. I'm going to give it a go. You know, we like experiments. So I will link to his video on it in the description below. Please head on over, give him a like, share and subscribe, as well as us. And please head on over by way of a thank you and give his video a view, or at least a thumbs up, and please subscribe. It's a great channel. He doesn't flood you with content, but what he does put out is excellent, and I think this way of doing radishes, I think it deserves to go viral. I think it's great, and I hope Tony from Tony C. Smith sees this. If he does it as well, please give all credit to Thomas at London Worms and Gardens, please. It is a great video. I'm going to do a bit of a walk around the plot. We've not done one for a while, and I have done a few things that I've not videoed. So we're going to have a quick walk around the plot. It's a bit weedy at the moment. We're coming down to give it a heavy sort of tidy up next week. But we'll do a quick walk around. We'll have a quick look around, see if there's anything worth harvesting. But yeah, I'll see you in a minute, and I'll show you why we're not inside the shed. Well, that's showing up on camera, folks, but that, ladies and gents, is why we're not inside the shed. Yeah, it needs a real good clean out. One of the main problems I have with keeping tidy is the fact that I'll start jobs and I'll crack on with jobs, and then I'll pretty much run out of time, which means that everything then just has to be dumped securely. So we're going to get all this pulled out, get it all tidied up, sort out what's going home, sort out what's staying, because there's a lot of stuff in there, but like all these storage boxes and things, they're all empty. They're from a plot holder that messaged me earlier in the week saying he's for one reason or another he has to give up. So I went round and sort of sorted out his plot, rehomed all his birds. My flock has now increased by 4 birds, 3 hybrids and a white star. They've settled in lovely, although 2 of them have been here before on holiday, so I think that helps a lot. So without further ado, I'm gonna the shed's decided to shut itself. I'm gonna crack on and I'm gonna get in there sorted. I'll probably time lapse this so you're not sitting watching it all, but let's find you somewhere where you're not in the way, eh? Way. Hopefully you're not sort of a crooked angle there, so we'll crack on. But you know what, change of plans. I'm not going to time lapse this. I'm going to turn you off. I'll turn you off and I'll come back to you when it's done, because I need to sow some seeds anyway. Okay guys, I hope it's not going to get too windy, but we're going to start by taking out this garlic here. I didn't do too much garlic this year because I struggled to use what I grew last year, and I think well, I did grow quite a bit last year. I've tried to go through my order history and find out which garlic this is. Unfortunately, I failed and wasn't able to see. You see, it's suffered with rust, which doesn't really bother me that much. That's an onion. Well, that's going in here. Straight onion. But what we'll do is we'll harvest this and we'll have a look. See, I've got no idea. When you harvest your garlic, try and sort of go around the outside of it and sort of lever it up a little bit, as you can see I'm doing here. Oh wow, I'm quite happy with that actually. Put this the worm back. Go on, back you go. That's not bad. That's not a bad size clove, but I'm quite happy with that. So I'll pull the rest of these up. Let's try with this. A bit more, that's better. A bit more leverage. Hey, if they're all as good as that, I'm well happy. Not quite as big. but a perfectly serviceable clove of garlic. One thing I do remember is it is a soft neck variety. That's about as much as I can remember. Some of these weeds out the way. I do love the smell of garlic harvesting time. It's lovely. What we'll do is we'll get this harvested, we'll get the elephant garlic, that's coming out as well today. So you get to see a reveal on the elephant garlic. So if they've grown half as well as these guys,
Biggie!
I'll be well happy. So in here, got the elephant garlic, which is actually a leek. But it's been very popular the last couple of years, and I just wanted to grow it and see what it was all about. And to be honest, I don't think I'll grow it again. It's too mild for my liking. See why they call it elephant. At the size of that. Got some bits on the outside, so I'll take them home, pop them up, try and grow them on. Just dropped one.
I wonder if this one's ready.
They're all coming out, but you don't pull them.
You used a special tool.
This soil is very heavy, so
What is that one for?
it doesn't work as well as the sugar. That was not. Is all we're going to do is we're going to clean the garlic. We'll try and preserve some of these pips. Actually, can you nip up and just get me a little pot? I'll need a little one. And all I'm going to do, give them a dunk, try and get some of that mud off the roots. Get some of these roots off. Try and save some of these pips. Especially from this one. This one's a big boy. Another reason I brought a bucket down for my scraps is because they'll all go in compost bin, and all we're going to do is take off some of these, I think they're called flags. Take some of these off, hopefully revealing a nice white, and you can take 2 or 3 off relatively safely.
I had to climb up the table to get this one. Well,
Pop them in it. So keep them to one side.
good
And we
idea.
got nice white garlic. Now, rather than take all this home, because I dry it at home, which you'll see, is I'm just going to cut off, but I'm still leaving quite a long length on because I want it for drying. That one's cleaned and ready to go home.
Where shall I put that one?
Okay guys, I think I'm just in frame here. What we're going to do is we're going to have a rummage around in the broad beans and see if we can get some for tonight's dinner. So let's have a little look, see. I like them. I like to pick them when they're young before they get that husk on them. There's quite a few here now. These rains have brought everything on so quickly. There we go, guys. Right, the shed is back to a degree of normality again. In fact, it's lovely and clean now. So what I'm going to do now, I've done the broad beans, I've done half the shallots, I've pulled the elephant garlic, I've pulled the garlic, we've cleaned and washed it, I've tidied the shed, we've tidied up outside a little bit. Had loads done today. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you Thomas from London Worms and Gardens, his new, I say new, I don't know if it's been done before, but it was certainly, this is the first time I've seen it done, because I, like many other people, would have been doubtful that there's enough space. But what we're going to do, let's grab one of these empty ones, is we're going to grow radishes from start to finish in cell trays. Now these are a little actually larger than the ones he uses, because he gets a standard gravel tray, or seed tray as some people call them, the ones without holes in the bottom, and he puts a 40 cell sheet in, which obviously mine are 12, I get 2 of them, so it's 24. So assumedly his are a lot smaller than mine, but we'll go sort of camera down and I'll run you through his method. And like I said, don't forget that it's his method. Please go check out his video. He explains it a lot better than I do, and he also gives you all the available options for what goes in this bottom tray, because he's done a fair bit of experimenting. So please do go check out his video and his channel. It's a great channel.
10 o'clock.
There's a link in the description below. A nice angle, right? So all I've got here, guys, nice, is some just general purpose Jack's Magic I've used, but it's just general purpose compost with a bit of miculite mixed in, just because it was mixed in with the compost that's in the tray. And all I've done is I've just put them in a gravel tray just to soak in some water, because the compost was very, very dry. But from what I understand from what Thomas was saying, it is quite important that this compost be very wet. One second. Sorry, right. It's important that this compost is very, very wet. Now the radish we're going to sow in this compost is French breakfast. Now he sows all sorts in his, basically whatever he's got available. But he did a mixed packet, which gave him sort of purple ones and all sorts. And he also did French breakfast in his demonstration. I'm doing French breakfast because it's the first one we've found that isn't overly peppery and the kids will eat it.
Definitely.
So all we're going to do is we're going to go around. You get quite good germination on radish, but you need to try and get them. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this dibber. I've marked this dibber at 1.5 centimetres to the bottom of the black tape. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go around, I'm going to make all my holes, because you want to be aiming for the middle of the module, because these radish are going to live in this module, so they want to be as central as possible. The radish seeds, not tiny, especially not these French breakfast. So, you know, you shouldn't have too much of a problem putting one. Shouldn't have too much of a problem putting it in all. And that's it. That's all the radish sown. Then all I'm going to do, just because it's easier, is I'm just going to add some compost on the top. I'll wet them down again, just to settle them in. But what you want to do, no, Rosa. What you want to do is the seeds need to be contacted with the wet compost. So make sure you go around and give everything a press. Oh, please. And then all you do is that. So these guys are then going to live
on top of the mud.
On top of this compost, and that's going to be it. And when it comes to watering, what you water is not, I mean, I'm going to wet this compost down now, but when it comes to watering, all you want to be watering, according to like Sir Thomas's video, is the compost underneath. So in future, when I'm watering these guys, so I'm just settling the seeds in this time, not worrying too much about even distribution.
Gonna add that on a bit.
In the future, what I will do is simply water through this gap. Whenever it needs watering, I'll be able to see down in there. Oh, right, I was still recording. Right, guys, sorry, got thrown off a bit there, but yeah, that's pretty much it done, guys. The radish are in about 1.5 centimetres deep. That's what I mark this as. That's somewhere where I don't lose it. And then they will live in this module right the way until I pick them. So we'll keep an eye on this, guys. It's going to go on the windowsill at home, which is you know what really caught my eye, because so it's going to live in this gravel tray. It's why I've not used alpaca manure. He uses horse manure underneath his, but I'm going to put this on the windowsill at home. And I'm probably going to do more than one, to be honest, but I'll leave it a few weeks in between. But just to recap, module compost as normal, as you would with any seed really. 1.5 centimetre deep radish seed. Then you've got a half full gravel tray of wet compost. Obviously this is also wet, and you can see a bit better if I lift that one up, can't you? And then when it comes to watering, you water this compost, not the cells, because what you're wanting to do is you're wanting it to fruit on top of the compost, or in this compost, but you're wanting it to send any deep roots it wants to send out into the compost that's underneath. That's the reasoning, I believe. So I'm going to get these labelled up, get them thrown in the car, and I'm going to get off home because it is dinner time. So guys,
way past dinner time, I think.
It is actually way past dinner time. It will be by the time I've cooked it. So guys, that's it from me today. Hope you've enjoyed what we've got here today, or what we've done here today. I don't actually know what this video is going to turn out to be, because it's a bit of a hodgepodge and I've not got everything done I wanted to get done, but as per usual, time is against me. So I'm going to get off home. I've got broad beans to pod, I've got shallots to pickle, and I've got radishes to put in a windowsill. So until next time, I'll see you later.
Can I say bye bye?
Quick then.
Bye bye.
See you later, guys.